I want to take a look here at a clip from First Things First in the past day or so, where Nick Wright gives some thoughts about the San Francisco 49ers. Here we go.
Yeah.
Something that went under the radar, but I think mattered, was Deebo saying on, I think his podcast or something, that he got a call from John Lynch the day of the trade deadline and got worried he was being traded, but it was about something unrelated. I thought that was, Purdy played well and the throw to Kittle was excellent, but that was a uninspiring overall performance against a Bucs team that was on a short week after an overtime game.
Injury depleted.
That is injury riddled. And, I mean, with respect to one of the Avengers, Deebo Samuel, you haven't played well enough to be yelling at other people about their jobs.
Who plays well enough to jack someone in the throat?
Oh, yeah, well, that part
Kelce
too.
can push in.
Good point.
And it also
he has played well enough to make push in here.
Tell me if you guys disagree. There's an element I've always hated about the college coach. This used to be bigger than it is now. Like grabbing a player or face mask, whatever, because it's a power imbalance. It's like anytime you put your hands on someone who's not allowed to put their hands back on you, to me is kind of a soft move. And I feel that way here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's Deebo. He makes $30 million a year. It's the long snapper and the kicker. And those guys, I don't know if they're even allowed to hit him back.
It's a good move with the no helmet.
And so I didn't like any of it.
I'm with Nick. Like
I mean, I agree with that about Nick Wright there. I just don't think anyone should be grabbing anyone's, neck during the span of a game. I think that sort of shows that there's clearly some friction there in the 49ers team. I think that it's not going to be that big a deal going forward. But I think when you look at the 49ers so far this season, their offense has still been one of the best offenses in the NFL overall. 8th best scoring offense, 2nd in yards per game. They, of course, have been terrible in the red zone, 28th in the NFL at 47.37% when it comes to converting in the red zone. So they have no problem moving the ball. But I think that's obviously the biggest weakness is their inability to convert in the red zone. And interestingly enough, teams that have very similar offenses, the Niners, the Packers, and Rams are all 28th, 29th, and 30th in red zone offense. And so, when you look at the Niners overall, I think that, when you are losing a good amount of games and you're not quite as dominant as you have been, in years past, and you've dealt with some struggles early in the season, it can create some more friction. You would hope you don't see guys, grabbing each other's necks. It's probably not the best sign about your overall team chemistry and things like that. I feel like in, Madden, if that happened, you'd, get minus 10% team chemistry. But I think the biggest problem with San Francisco is their defense has really declined this season. And in years past, when you have a defense that's, top 5 scoring, number 2, number 3, I mean, you can get away with some less than perfect play on the offensive side of the ball. And now when you have the 49ers defense being 18th in scoring defense, you can't really get by even with the 8th best scoring offense. And the fact that they can't convert in the red zone doesn't help. So they need to fix some things here. I think that having Christian McCaffrey back going forward should help in the red zone, but still, all in all, there's some things to clean up for the Niners, but I still think the biggest problem is on the defensive side of the ball. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you want more 49ers content, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.